Good morning. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us for another edition of the Morning Breeze, man. Always rocking with you guys, as always, man. Outside of me, I got my guy, Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, in the building.
That's right.
The best show for Chicago.
That's once said in the great movie Menace to Society. You know you didn't f***ed up, right? Y'all know you didn't f***ed up, right? Breeze Nation, what's good? It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. Now listen, none of us expected Ben Johnson to win Coach of the Year. I think there was an argument for it.
Yeah.
But one vote?
Come on now.
One vote?
Come on now.
We got to talk about what that may end up meaning for the league heading into next season. Also, we got our new look at the new look Bulls. Well, feels familiar, I'll tell you that much. We got to talk about what our thoughts was from that first game and take a look at some of the honors that happened yesterday. And of course, a re-signing of a very, very good name for the Chicago Bears. All that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Appreciate y'all for showing love as always, man. JC, what's going on, my boy? How you feeling, brother?
Oh man, I'm feeling good, man. After all that dreary Bulls talk and the deadline going past and us doing absolutely nothing that I thought we were doing. You know what actually got me in good spirits this morning? I already told you the J. Cole album came out. And I'm like halfway through that, boy. I didn't replay a bunch of songs. It is amazing. I don't want to say it might be one of the greatest albums of all time, but it's almost up there for me.
All right. Okay. I got to listen to this album. Like,
you
don't oversell it, bro.
I'm not overselling anything.
Don't oversell it, bro. I hate when folks do that because this is what always happens. Well, I was going to hit you with a, hey, bro, listen, I'm not telling you that it's an instant classic, but I was 30 seconds into the first track.
That's right.
And my pants were off. And it's like, no, bro, like, don't hype the album up that much, bro. Like, I'm excited for it already.
You dang right. You should.
I'm also seeing a lot of people. I will say this, and listen, I give all types of music a chance. Like I am down. I enjoy the search for good music, right? So I listen to all kinds of different stuff. What's that? Hold on. What that boy name is? Because he didn't win into
young up and comers.
No, he popping already. This is the type of music where I start to feel like Drew a little bit. You know what I mean? And of course he gonna say, you know, that was a shot. But this is when I start to feel like, you know, am I just getting old or do I hate this?
Oh, get off my lawn.
What's that boy that dropped this last week? Hold on.
He dropped an album last week. He was a rapper.
Oh yeah, it's a rapper. This is the new genre of hip hop. Why can I not find this dang album? Oh, Don Toliver. Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh, Don Toliver. Okay.
Yeah, Don Toliver's terrible. That was terrible. So I saw a lot of people that love that album that were hating on this one online this morning, and I was just like, I don't really value your opinion. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like Don Toliver, but that's insane if you're not a J. Cole fan. Whatever.
I thought I messed with Don Toliver, and then like the last two albums have just been him trying to sound like Travis Scott.
I could see that. Maybe there's some influence there, but hey, we don't know.
We don't know. Hey, let's talk a little bit of football though, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm not gonna lie to you. I love a little fuel for the fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little. Let's go out there and piss Ben Johnson off. And listen, I don't know how this is going to affect him, but I do know the kind of team that Ben Johnson has created. And last night during the NFL 2025 honors, we got a couple of good awards. I talked about Joe Tooney winning Protector of the Year last year. DJ Moore won Moment of the Year with the game-winning touchdown over Kayvon Nixon, who's all in that highlight.
Yes.
I mean, Jesus, like they played that so much. So love that. But then it got to the coach of the year voting. And listen, I wasn't expecting Ben Johnson to win coach of the year, right? Like I didn't think that, I thought that, it probably was going to go against him. That more than likely they were going to lean Vrabel. Vrabel is in the Super Bowl. And so I kind of expected him to not win. Here's what I didn't expect. Coach of the year voting. Mike Vrabel got 19 first place votes. Liam Cohen got 16 first place votes.
Yes, he
Mike
did.
McDonald got 8 first place votes. Kyle Shanahan got 6 first place votes. Ben Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, got 1 first place vote for coach of the year. Overlooked and underrated Ben Johnson coming into another season. And I'll be honest with you, this is one of those where it's like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense because if I'm not mistaken, he took a 5-12 team, which nobody else did this year, right? Like it's what Vrabel did and what Ben did that is impressive, if we're being honest. Cohen I'll throw in there as well because I do think Cohen improved the Jaguars to a place I didn't think they were going to get. I think most of us were on the Duval, and we were like, all right, this guy's a murderer.
I didn't like
what I mean? Like, this guy's a murderer. There's no way he's going to be a good coach. But he turned out to be a good one. So I'm okay with him being in the conversation. But I'm sorry, bro. When you get to Mike McDonald, and no disrespect to him, I think he did a great job this year as well. Of course, he's in the Super Bowl. The hurdles you had to overcome, though, are not the same. We're talking about a coach that dealt with a depleted defense all season, that dealt with rebuilding an offense that had no idea what the heck it was doing. He took a 5-12 team and won the division in his first year of it. Seems like he created the first ever franchise quarterback in the modern history of the Chicago Bears. And you're telling me 1 first place vote? But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because you know what's fun? A pissed off Ben Johnson.
Oh,
now it's not fun for the moment, but the results of a pissed off Ben Johnson. Oh, sweet Jesus, hit the like button if you agree. Are they enjoyable? The last time we really got to see, and by the way, it's not in the overwhelming things that you see, and I can't confirm that this happened, but from what J-Mac reported about the hour-and-a-half trip that Matt LaFleur more than likely directed the buses to take from Appleton, Wisconsin to Green Bay, that I believe is a 30-minute drive at worst, to then they come back here and in the first half, coldest game of the year. How are those heaters? A pissed off Ben Johnson is a petty Ben Johnson. And I think that's going to spell some problems for the league next season. And JC, like I tweeted this out. Ben Johnson might be looking to go on a Derrick Rose run next year.
Ooh.
Ben Johnson might be looking around the league and going, okay, he's above me. He's above me. He's above me. I can't play him again. But I'm going to get to you when I get to you. But y'all, I can play again. I play y'all next year. I believe we play the Patriots. Hold on, let me look up our opponents next year. Chicago Bears opponents.
If we didn't play him this year, I believe we do play him next year.
We play the Jaguars next year. We play the Patriots next year. We play the Seahawks next year. And so when I saw this, my brain instantly went to see, and I don't know if y'all remember this. I'm not talking about the why not us. Why not me?
That's what I'm talking about. With the Derrick Rose comment.
I'm talking about there was during that MVP season where Derrick Rose had probably 2 weeks where he was playing every single elite point guard in the NBA. And he decimated every one of them on the way to winning his MVP. I think Ben Johnson is like, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you because I'm going to show you who the coach of the year is. I just love a little extra fuel in the fire. That gets me hyped. That wakes
it
me
gets
up
me
in the
going
morning.
too. Oh, I love it, Pat. And I'm gonna give you another example. Remember when Chad Ochocinco had the year where he had all of the top cornerbacks every single week, and he kept crossing them off, and he said, "Okay, I got you this week, I got you that week," and he dominated pretty much almost all of those one-on-ones.
Yeah,
To me,
I remember
that's the
Revis Island
comparison
being like, "Don't bring that over here."
like that's the comparison that I have for Ben Johnson. You're adding fuel to the fire, and I love it. Like, yes, I agree with you. Of course, we didn't expect Ben to win, with Mike Vrabel having a excellent season, being in the Super Bowl, and maybe some of the voting is like being prisoner of the moment because you also have Mike McDonald there. Liam Cohen, obviously.
Well, Mike McDonald had a great season too. We're not gonna disrespect him. Like, this is the thing. It was a tough year to win Coach of the Year, right? It was.
Yeah, sure. I'm not saying Mike McDonald doesn't deserve votes or credit for what he did and where they're at now. They probably, I have Seattle winning it all with the team that they have. But for me, you look at all of the adversity, as you just mentioned, that this team is going through, meaning the Bears, from one season to the next. Ben Johnson is a part of that. He retooled the offensive line. They had 68 sacks last year on Caleb Williams. I think that number went down to 24 this year because of an improved offensive line. Like, he is a part of that. He is a part of the coaching. He is a part of them coming back and having all of those game-winning drives. He is a part of some of the play calling that allowed you to win even in the playoffs and even get it close to the point where we should have beaten LA. And so with all of that in mind, I'm like, one vote? I feel like there's a little bit of I don't want to say this, but I feel like it. Like when he started becoming the enemy and I guess pissing LaFleur off, and now all the buddies of LaFleur got together and said, "Oh, we're going to find a way to beat this guy." Maybe there's some backdoor hatred in the league for Ben Johnson now. And so I welcome all of the smoke. Whether it's coaching level, whether it's organizational level, whether it's the NFL saying, "All right, you slow your roll there, buddy. We'll give you one vote just to acknowledge, yeah, you had a good season, but we don't like you." Okay, bring all the smoke. The Bears are coming. Ben Johnson is coming.
And that's exactly how I felt after that, bro. Like it did feel like, okay, Ben, like you're a little out over your skis, buddy. We're going to humble you a little bit here. You think you had a good season? We'll show you how good of a season you really had.
You're in the same boat as Bill Belichick right now.
I think that literally there was a little bit of, and I don't know whether everybody denies that there was no meeting to freeze Michael Jordan out. But I feel like it was one of those where it was like, yo, we freezing you out. And so what did Michael say? Oh, okay. I'm giving you 50. I'm giving you 50. You getting 65. You really like it turned into this. Oh, bet y'all want to do this to me? I'm gonna do this to you. Isaiah Thomas still complaining about it.
Don't do this to me.
I met the criteria to be selected. I don't know what happened, but I met the criteria. I picked up the phone.
That's to let it go.
I picked up the phone. And I said, I know who made the call? Who made the call? Who made the call?
On the team.
Because I met the criteria to be selected. Like, let it go, Isaiah. God damn. You won multiple championships.
On to that like a basketball.
You were the second or third greatest point guard of all time. It's okay.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's going to hold on to that.
It truly feels like it was at least to me, right? And I don't know, I'm sure the voters and all of that wouldn't say this. Although, who's the one weirdo that immediately came out and was like, I was the one guy that voted for Justin Herbert for MVP? Like,
oh, there was somebody that
there was one guy that voted for Herbert for MVP, and he, like, the second the vote was over, he was like, it was me. I'm the one. It was like, I don't know if this is gonna go the way you think this is gonna go, but shout out to you. Go off, King. But no, bottom line, dog, like I love this. And here's the best part about it, right? Ben Johnson has built a team that embodies him. You don't think Caleb Williams noticed that last night? You don't think Kyle Monangai, Roma Dunze, Luther Burden out here choking people out? Hopefully not in the offseason, buddy. Keep that on the field. Colston Loveland, Cole Command. You don't think they noticed that last night? You don't think that defense saw that last night? The disrespect.
You know how much Jaquan tweets.
Oh, you don't think Quan? Well, nah, he might not be here though, so he may not care as much.
That is true.
Yeah, man. But no, bro, like I see stuff like that, and I'm like, okay. And I immediately ran to like, who do we play?
Mm-hmm.
Who's he gonna see?
Yeah.
Because you know there is going to be this, and what I love about Ben is the kind of head coach that says, I need to go back to the drawing board and improve myself. Because if I get better, they get better. And I think next year you're going to see a little bit more of a adjusted Ben Johnson. As much as we complain about going forward on fourth down in certain situations and stuff like that, I think that may be a little bit more situational. Even if you look at the analytics and it says go for it or don't, right? All of those guys that went for it, not in the Super Bowl right now. All the guys that were like, let me take these 3 points in the Super Bowl right now.
There you go. Yeah.
And so, like, I think there's going to be a little bit of an improvement in Ben Johnson and decision-making, understanding the position before. This was year one. He didn't even know what he was doing yet.
He just got here.
I can't wait for next season, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's about to be the Derrick Rose 2.0. I swear, if he get every one of them, oh, that's going to be high. That's going to be fire, bro.
Bro, I'm excited. It's good motivation for the season. And like you even just touched on it, I think Ben Johnson has the right mentality already. Even before the voting, he already said next year we're starting from ground zero. All these good feels and the good, better, best and the winning drives and everything. That's awesome. But now we're starting back at the foundation. We have to get it right from ground zero, from point A. And so for me, again, that's permeating through your locker room. That's permeating through the organization to have a certain standard. And now you're adding on to that fuel by telling me that, oh, you're not going to recognize my accomplishments this year? Yeah. Okay, bet. I'm already starting over, but I'll keep that in mind. So now going forward, I'm going to be even more focused and more detailed and more critical. And now are my players as well. As you mentioned, I believe that everybody has bought into Ben Johnson's way of thinking, his insanity, like his mentality, whatever you want to call it. It is literally going throughout and flowing through that building. And so for me, I feel like, yes, this is just going to add to the dominance of the Bears next year.
Yeah, listen, I'm excited about it. I think this Bears team is going to be uber aggressive heading into next season. I think they're going to address a lot. And listen, they could be in this position going into next year, right? Like you were a field goal away from at least competing to go to the Super Bowl. Now, in reality, that's a long way away, right? You didn't get the job done. You didn't play well enough. You weren't consistent enough throughout the season, and it finally bit you on the backside.
Yeah.
Even having the miracle moment, right? But how do you learn from that? How do you grow from that? What does this team take into next season? Do they look at stuff like that where it's, I mean, realistically, yes, you get the play of the year. You got the protector of the year. But Caleb Williams probably looks at that and says, you mean after everything we did, I don't get any MVP consideration? Justin Herbert got a vote? Justin Herbert can't even win in the playoffs if he gets to the playoffs. And usually craps the bed. He get a vote. Okay. I can't get a vote.
It's okay. Bulletin-board material.
I just love that we have a team that takes stuff personally. And that's why, like, whenever people were like, they're not worried about, I can't even say it. Whenever the Bears, I can't even say people, the team itself, the players on the team, whenever they be like, we're not really online. We ain't watching that stuff. Yes, y'all are. And that's okay. Because you need that to make it personal for you.
Look, it means you care. It means that you actually have the right culture. We can compare it. And I remember, even as much as I talk about Vooch, one thing I respect about Vooch is that he's serious about going about his business the right way. Remember the interview when they won and Jalen Smith is coming up behind them and somebody else is goofing off in the interview. And he's like, dude, get off my back. Like it's no time to play. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, there's a certain mentality of wanting to really, really win, not just playing the game and having fun, but like we're here to win. We're not here to just be a part of the season. We're here to be the last team standing every single year. And I think Ben Johnson is developing that mindset. And that's again, it's going to, and it's already, in my opinion, permeated throughout the entire roster, and everybody has that mentality. I think Caleb recently even tweeted back something. I want to know. I want to say that it was something that I just read where somebody called him Caleb Daniels and kind of like undersold his value.
What's his name? Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Thank you.
He was like, "What's the quarterback for Chicago name? I don't know his name."
Yeah. I'm like, really? That's how we talking. And I think
I will say this. I will say this. It's a lot of people because it's like, think about working at a company with 450 employees. There's a lot of people that you don't know their name until they force you to know their name. Like I
ain't buying it.
That's the one part, because I've even been in the locker room and Muggs would be like, "What's the quarterback name for the Broncos?"
You know what? I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it because he's the number 1 pick in the draft. He was a beast in college. He was if you're a football player and you're at the top of your powers, as Jamar Chase is, giving him respect and credit, you should know some of the better names of the players in your league, or at least the up and comers in your league. You're gonna sit here and tell me you don't know Caleb Williams?
But here's the thing: why? He ain't better than me.
It's a different position.
But still, like I'm telling you the mindset, right? It's like, why would I know you? I'll give you this one, right?
He ain't a student of the game, man.
Greatest player, one of the greatest defensive players of all time. Some people say the greatest player of all time. Yeah. LT, right? Off of the edge.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you'd been LaDainian. Okay.
Not LaDainian Tomlinson. The real
Lawrence
LT,
Taylor.
not our LT.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, I guess they both LT. Now they both cold. I mean, y'all fight over who's the real LT. I don't care.
The original LT.
The original LT. He didn't know, and still doesn't know, the teams in the division and who they played. And Bill Burr was talking about this on a podcast. You can find the clip on YouTube where he's on NFL Network. There's multiples of them. And he don't know the teams in the NFL. He doesn't know what divisions they play in. And he's sitting there next to Bill Belichick, like telling them the whole time, like, or asking them the whole time, like, who was the team that was down in Texas, not Dallas? He's like, the Texans? He's like, yeah, they had a quarterback. We killed that boy all day. We killed them. And he's so locked in on, it don't matter who we playing. I gotta kill you.
So he was just kind of.
He has no idea. He just was like, I just gotta win.
Okay.
He had no idea. And Bill Burr was telling this story on Julian Edelman's podcast. And then, like, he was on TV a ton. So, like, when you watch it, you start to realize, like, oh,
I guess
you don't really care who you facing. You just got to get to the quarterback.
You just want to do your job. Okay.
You just want to destroy him no matter what.
All
and
right.
I thought that was so funny. It's like, when you're that good, you kind of don't care until it's a fixture in the NFL that you can't get away from.
Okay.
Everybody know Pat Mahomes because you can't get away from Pat Mahomes. Everybody knows Josh Allen. I would throw Herbert in that conversation, right? Because of the big numbers and the things they do. They always on the face of the league. Caleb ain't there yet.
Okay. All right. Hey, even better. Give us more bulletin board material. You don't know us? Yeah, wait till you see us next year.
Yeah, we won't see them next year. We saw them this year. We beat them.
I'm just talking about the league in general, like Ben, Caleb, taking of this animosity and this hatred, and you don't know me, and I'm being undervalued. Okay, well, hey, give us all the bulletin board material we need. That's
exactly what I want to see, and that is kind of how I feel about it. Like, I feel like Caleb's like, oh, you don't know me? I bet the neighbors know my name. Oh, maybe not Trey Songz. I don't know why I went with that bar.
Trey Day, okay.
I don't know why I went with that bar. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in to the show and love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. David said, Pat's take is horrible on this. Jamar knows who Caleb Williams is, bro. I'm telling you they don't. When you so locked in on something you don't know, you're not paying attention to what the rest of the world is doing.
Some people aren't students of the game, I guess. I guess I assume that if you're a football player, you know the history and and you're more. But I guess that makes sense that if you're locked into your craft, and
it's Muzz on the Bears that don't know the Bears history. They not us.
It's true.
They're not sitting around watching everybody all day. They watching the next week.
Yeah.
More times than not, when they actually get a chance to sit down and just watch football, it's probably because you didn't do enough during the season and you watching the playoffs. Like, they're not living in the same world as us. They're not looking at every single game. They're not watching 65 games on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, it's a different world when you are a spectator, when you commentate on the game, when you're a fan of the game. Versus when you have to worry about the next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ends up happening, man. Like I think that it's about to be wreak havoc on the league. And I think it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, man. Let's keep this thing moving along. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We got to take a quick break listening to a word from our sponsor. When we come back from listening to the sponsors, got to talk about what we saw from the new look Chicago Bulls last night. Not a weirdly competitive game. Got to give them a little credit.
Not bad.
They fought for no practice. Not terrible. We'll talk about that and, of course, talk a little bit more Bears on today's episode. We'll be right back right after this. Breeze Nation, we got to take a quick break in the action. Let you guys know that once again, we have partnered up with DraftKings Sportsbook, and they have a new offer for you. New customers can bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. That's right, $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Stay in on the action and use your bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. And if you love the thrill of live betting, DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live on star player props and in-game progress right as they happen. So what are you waiting for? Make sure to tap in and use the promo code Windy City. Sign up with that promo code Windy City. Again, new customers can bet $5, get $300 back in bonus bets if your bet wins. The crown is yours, and a big thank you to DraftKings for being a sponsor of today's episode.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching the show. Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by Aura. Have you ever done a Google search on your own name? You'd be surprised what pops up. Your full name, email address, home address, health records, your relatives. It's all out there. And that's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests just for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use that information to help them access my social media, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. It's really simple to set up. I don't have to download several apps or go to things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft, but you can get all of that in one place with Aura. I get everything at one affordable price as well. You may already have one or two of these tools, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked while leaving the back door and windows wide open. For you to be able to take advantage of Aura, we got a special deal for you here today. Stop data brokers from exposing your personal information. Go to my sponsor at https:/aura.com/the Windy City. Again, that is aura.com/the Windy City to get a 14-day free trial and see how much of your information is being sold. Breeze Nation, what is good? It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got merch. That's right. New website, new merch, all out. We've been telling you guys to pull up on us. Now you can at twcbreeze.com, where you can find out all of the latest stuff going on. What all can they find there, Super Producer?
Listen, you can join the nation, sign up to our mailing list, and be up to date for events and news. You can also visit the shop page and order merch, because we have t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got mugs, we got hats, we got all kind of stuff. So, hey, we appreciate you being tuned in with us. And remember to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow us on all our socials. Check us out at twcbreeze.com.
He's way too excited.
I am.
Welcome back. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Big shout out in the building to Tana.
You
Dropping a super chat. $5 said, morning, fellas. Heather Design is right. Some people just don't know everybody in the craft. Yeah, bro. Like, listen, man, it's okay. It's all right that they don't know who he is. Like, Lil Wayne don't know no rapper. They be like, Lil Wayne, who you heard that new song by so-and-so? He be like, we don't have no problem. That's how you gotta do it, bro. Hey, we don't have no problems. My favorite Lil Wayne line, I ain't gonna lie to you. The man said, "It's Weezy F, baby, and the F is for a bunch of stuff."
Oh, come on now. That was lazy.
Oh, dog. Oh, I love Wayne.
Not
Wayne
as
my
bad
favorite
as
rapper.
last
So
time.
I can admit, like it don't gotta be. Yeah.
Okay.
Lil Wayne, my favorite rapper all time, bro. Wayne got bought. Like, let's not disrespect Wayne now.
Oh, I'm disrespecting him after the last album.
Oh, the last album was bad.
You can't tell me that. Look, hey,
Last
he's
album
your
was
favorite
bad.
rapper. Look, I listened to him in high school, but he ain't nowhere near my top.
Oh, you crazy.
Lyrically, absolutely
You
not.
crazy.
Lyrically, absolutely not.
You
I
crazy.
got mugs that's underground that can rap better than Lil Wayne. I got mugs
You
underground.
wildin'. Now we get disrespectful now. Now we gotta do a
whatever.
music podcast. Because now we get disrespectful.
Andre 3000, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, Lupe, Eminem.
You got
you probably
Eminem
don't
over
know this
Lil
dude.
Wayne?
Huh?
You got Eminem over Lil Wayne.
Absolutely.
All right, bro. I ain't doing this
Absolutely.
with you, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't doing this with you, bro.
Don't you do it.
Lil Wayne was the god of metaphors, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, okay. All right, whatever.
Lil Wayne was flipping double and triple entendres. Now Lupe realistically is my favorite rapper probably of all time, but Lil Wayne, nah, they neck and neck. They 1A and 1B. They 1A and 1B for me.
All right.
Now Wayne was crazy, bro. Wayne was
I got a lot of no
crazy.
names too. I ain't even gonna go down that road.
Carter
There's a lot of
3,
people
Carter
that say-
4, bro. Come on, dog. We not even gonna get into all the mixtapes, bro.
Wayne.
All the mixtapes was crazy, bro. Wayne was taking songs, bro.
When
If
he was in
Wayne
his
got on your
pocket-
beat, it was no longer your beat.
When he was in his bag, he was cold. But I'm sorry, you can't have a horrible album at all.
Hold up. You got Andre 3000 up there, and Andre
Absolutely. That's
3000
number one.
ain't dropped an album.
That's number one.
He ain't dropped another album.
You talking about lyrically?
You talk about he can't you can't have a bad album. How about have an album?
I mean, he was part of a group. Of course, he's gonna
And
not have an
ain't
album.
dropped music in 45 years.
And still is one of the best to ever do it.
Come on, dog. Listen, I
He
love Andre.
knew when to quit. And you
I
know what
love
it is?
Andre.
You know what it is? He knew when to quit. Wayne didn't know when to quit.
No, you know what Andre did drop? And you was glazing it too. You was sitting there in the car riding to that flute album. I forgot about that. You was glazing it.
I went to the concert. I went to the flute concert.
Yeah, you did go to the flute concert. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It didn't make any sense, but I still support it. Whatever. Like a little flute action.
Diabolical. It wasn't even good flute. It was just he don't know how to play the flute.
He does. Don't you besmirch Andre 3000.
He just be putting his fingers over the holes and playing a different note. He don't know how to play the flute.
Hey man, well,
Flute's your flute, boy.
You got a
Hey,
whole
Andre,
concert.
who's your favorite football player? Doug Flutie.
All right. Let's move on. Get out
I'm
of here.
tired of this. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, Andre 3000 over Lil Wayne. Get out of here, bro.
Absolutely.
Get out of here. That flute album sold 30 copies. And JC was 29 of them.
I'll buy all of them.
Pterodactyl Pops, new nickname alert, JC the flute and blocker.
What? What y'all quit with the blocking, all right?
You did say you was gonna block your homies from getting a better job, so they couldn't leave you.
Blocking the homies. I said
he said, I never want to see you do better.
Picks. Give me the comp picks.
Stat.
I want the comp picks.
Intel Kenvo says so many hip hop purists would be ashamed of this conversation. I don't care. I listen to the music I like. Be a hip hop purist all you want. Listen, I love Lupe Fiasco. Ain't nobody listening to more Lupe than me. So,
I'm with you there.
For the hip hop purists, like, come on, dog. Like,
yeah.
If you wasn't listening to Samurai, you missed out.
Oh, yes, I did.
If you wasn't listening to Samurai, you missed out. Hey man, hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Random side conversation.
It turned into an album review podcast.
It did. No, I didn't like the disrespect. You sitting here talking about the Flutie Boys.
All right, fine. True.
And I do love Andre 3000 too. That's the worst part. You made me turn on my own guy. That's like when Kid makes me defend Aaron Rodgers. Like,
I'm sorry. Truth.
Oh, Andre actually got one of the hardest verses of our childhood too. When that mug jumped on that, walk it out like Usher. If you say real talk, I probably won't trust you. If you want to go to war, the gun's my pleasure. Even Jesus had 12 disciples on the level. Trigger, whatever. He don't want that nigga 3,000. I'm like jury duty. You're new to this part of town. Woo, that boy was going crazy. All right, let's talk some more. Okay. We just having fun in this mug, man. It's a Friday, baby. It's a Friday. J. Cole dropped. I know most of y'all got a spliff rolled up somewhere in the crib. Don't worry about it. We having a good time. The Chicago Bulls debut. You may need to smoke it now for this conversation. The Chicago Bulls had their first game last night. And you know what? I think there's a lot of people who looked at last night's game and came out of it going, you know what? Not the worst thing that I thought it was going to be. Versus a top 4 team in Toronto off of no practice. Anthony Simons, I thought, came out at a pretty good game, 22 points in that game. I thought Jaden Ivey still looks like he's trying to get his footing under him. I think he's going to probably spend the rest of this season trying to overcome the mental hurdle of dealing with an injury. We'll see if you can sign him off of that conversation, but there's 30 games left in the season to go here. I'll tell you who I think a lot of people were shocked by, who thought it was a nothing move. You want to talk about going out and getting an impactful player, Gershon Yabusele. As soon as he came over here, I was like, yeah, he's probably gonna be pretty cold, bro. Like not cold, but like he's going to be a fan favorite. Like, I can usually identify the guys that people are gonna look at and be like,
he's another.
I love this guy. You got to get him back on the team because he's hard work, he's effort, he's hustle, he's muscle, he's everything that Stacey King calls out, and quiet as is kept. And maybe I'm being mean here. Looks like Baraka a little bit from Mortal Kombat, don't he?
Oh my God.
Got a little Baraka to him a little bit? Mortal Kombat? That just me?
No, you did. Just
Is that just me, right?
This man's first day on the job, you giving him Mortal Kombat.
I'm just saying, bro. Or maybe, no, hold on. Maybe more Blanca from Street Fighters? Because he got like a little hunch to him. Yeah, I mean, so maybe more Blanca from Street Fighters. He kind of like that. Like,
oh boy, wow, what is going on? We talking about people that just got here like that?
Okay. Listen, welcome to Chicago.
All right, yeah,
it's Chicago.
Man. Yeah. I guess. All right, yeah. Yabusele, keep doing your thing, though. No, I thought it was a very good overall showing. I mean, I didn't expect them to win, especially when you have players that were out, like obviously Josh Giddey, the main piece, and so for them, like you said, not having practice and putting up the numbers they did, I thought they had a very good shooting night. Anthony Simons clearly showed why he is a vital piece. If he's going to stay here for the long haul, you expect him to do what he did last night consistently. He's shown that even when he was in Portland. I think he's going to get back more into that Portland role of just being an elite shooter in a sense and trying to find his bucket. Jaden Ivey looked to be a little bit hesitant. I saw a few highlights of the way he played. He's a little bit more of maybe a spot-up shooter. He was 3 for 5 from the 3. Yeah. And it looks as if, he does seem hesitant to kind of put his athleticism on full display like we know he can. And so we'll see what he's like within these 30 games that they have left. Modest, still being modest, did his thing. And like you said, Yabusele with the 15 and 11, the double-double, just a hard worker. He's somebody that probably will be endeared from the fans and will be a fan favorite just because of how hard he works. And so that probably is an under the radar move. But overall, again, we don't know the direction of this team. We don't understand this compilation of players, where it's going to go. Maybe it might be exciting for these next couple of these next games for the rest of the season, but I don't foresee them doing anything special or doing anything,
no,
that great. I still feel like this is a quote unquote tanking.
See, I think that's where we differ. And I said this to Hayes last night on the show. Bro, they still gonna make the play-in.
Oh, Lord.
They're still gonna make the play-in. They're not gonna tank. Let me ask you this. When Josh Giddey comes back, which he's dealing with some hamstring tightness, so we'll see kind of how he's feeling and where he gets comfortable at. But when Josh Giddey comes back, right? If Jaden Ivey gets comfortable and gets back into form, and he becomes the three-point shooter and he can take you off the dribble in the manner that, the Bulls are hoping he gets back to, he's a guy that has a ton of upside and is a dominant force when he's on the floor. He's Kobe White. Anthony Simons coming off of the bench more than likely as a sixth man on this team. He's been a sixth man for the Boston Celtics. He's been a sixth man of the year candidate all year and probably still going to remain. Well, we'll see when Giddey gets back, who goes out of the lineup, who comes back in. But I think they're really hoping to get Jaden Ivey, a good look at Jaden Ivey. You know who Anthony Simons is, so put him in a position that he's been comfortable in this year. He's a sixth man of the year candidate, like Ayo Dosunmu.
Yeah. Okay.
You went out and you got Nick Richards. I actually like the signing of Nick Richards. He's going to run up and down the floor. He's going to be solid defensively in the paint. He's not going to be great. He's going to be solid. He's going to be really good in the pick and roll game offensively. He's an athletic wing that can get up and play above the rim. He's Jalen Smith. You ran it back. You just switched the names. Like I said this online. It's like when you swapping the hats around. And it's a different card under the hat, but it's the same card, different color.
I think I like I saw that yesterday. The favorite thing that you said, I got you. Is that what I like? What you said
that's the same card. You just changed the color.
The best example I thought you gave yesterday
word.
was the puzzle. It was the puzzle pieces where you're getting just puzzle pieces, and now Arturis has to like cut them out and try to make them fit to make the actual picture because it's not the same as the picture on the box. That was the one I liked. That was an elite detailed expression. So for me, I feel like yes, there's a path to them still being in the play-in. I don't like it. I think that's more so because of them already being kind of like at the half mark in the season.
Yeah.
Sure, you got some of the same type of players back. I feel like Anthony Simons is a different type of player than Ayo. I think Ayo's a little bit better when it comes to facilitating and being out on the break. I think Anthony is more of just a scorer. He wants to continue to kill you just with his shooting and his scoring prowess. Kobe White and the Jaden Ivey comparison, I feel like Jaden, when he gets back to his former self, hopefully he clearly has more athleticism than Kobe ever had, but the shooting, I think, will kind of match up if he can continue to do what he did yesterday with the reliable shooting from three. And so that's the hope, is that you got some potential here with some of these players, and you may have some potential with some of the players that you thought were just kind of like throwaways in the deal with Yabusele and, like you mentioned, the other big that we got. And so
Nick Richards.
So he didn't even play. And so maybe there does look
big Nick Richards.
What'd you say?
Big Nick Richards.
I see. All right, Nick Richards. Yeah, I think that because he didn't play, there's also a factor of him being a part of that front court or that front line and being more of a defensive anchor and getting out on the break. That's exactly what you need with the team that apparently is committing to moving and running a lot. And so you got the players to do it. It's just that it still, to me, it just doesn't seem like it makes sense yet. So we'll see.
Oh, no, listen, it's not about logic. It's just about how's it going to work. Listen, Colin Sexton being on this team.
Yeah, Sexton too.
Rob Dillingham being on this team. It don't make sense.
Jesus, I forgot about all those dudes.
We're not talking about sense. We talk about making the play-in. The play-in don't make sense. Now, the Bulls are officially out of play-in contention right now as they are 11th in the NBA. So if they lose a little bit more, maybe this is just a rough season. I would rather you do that.
Yeah.
And maybe you do get the most out of Jaden Ivey. And maybe you do, see something in Nick Richards that you like. And maybe you do, try to, Yabusele renegotiated his contract. So basically, this is a one-year deal. But maybe you do go into next season and say, yo, we love what you brought. We'd love to bring you back. That's okay. You can do all of that and still not be very good. And I think that would be the better path for you moving forward because it's a direction that's not the play-in. Because the play-in ain't getting you nothing. I'm all for you competing. I'm all for you trying to be. I don't think that tanking teams are winning the lottery anymore. Now, the Bulls haven't been there. Maybe they'd give the Bulls a pick. But I don't believe that teams that are bottoming out are winning the lottery. The teams that have won the lottery the last couple of years have been not bottom of the league. I mean, where were the Mavericks were 10th last year because they got rid of Luka. Who won it the year before that? It was a team that definitely shouldn't. Who won the lottery the year before? The Rockets?
Was Jabari? No, Jabari's been here in the league 3 years, right?
2023, 2024 NBA draft. It was a team that definitely shouldn't have won it because it wasn't the Pistons. Atlanta. Who was in the play-in?
Oh, Risa Share and all that.
And remember, 2 ended up being Alex Sarr, who probably is the better player.
Yeah.
But Atlanta actually went out and tried to win. Washington was like, y'all gonna hate it here. And so I don't think tanking is rewarded. So I do think you have to still be a little bit more competitive. Was the bottom the point I was making there and all of that, but it's a team that I feel is going to keep you around the same level. I don't think you're going to go back for it. I don't think you're going to go forward.
Artur said it in his interview in the that they're not trying to be in the middle, but I feel like you essentially are going to be in the middle, especially this year. Like you've already kind of stamped your place in the standings in a sense where you can't really bottom out. And like you said, when you were asked if this is a full-on rebuild, then no. And I saw something where you all mentioned that Sam Smith really like went in on him or put it to him where he just asked him outright, like, didn't you say that this would be a playoff team this year? And so again, that's the conundrum and the confusion is, are you actually trying to still win this year? You're saying all of these different things. It's a lot of word salad, but it's not making sense still. So
Arturas can't talk. I don't know. That's bottom line, bro. Like I've said that he's horrible talking in front of people. He's horrible talking to the media. He's not very good at GMing. He's not very good at being a president of basketball operator. It amazes me that he's still in the spot that he's in. It amazes me that he's still in the spot that he's in.
After all we thought he was coming from Denver. And the picks that he had there and the success that they had, you thought that you really found a gem in someone that has an eye for talent. And, when he got Marko Simonovic and says, oh, he's the next Jokic, we had faith in that. And then you drafted, certain players that just have not hit. And so, yeah, I've been done with this regime. But again, the loyalty we already know what the loyalty is when it comes to the Bulls and, who runs the team. So. It is what it is.
Who's going to play with 9 point guards on the floor? Only the Bulls. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. We've had a lot of fun this morning. Let's finish it out with this, Jordan JC, as get to the final topic. The Chicago Bears, just a little bit of news here. Chicago Bears seemingly picking a left tackle position, at least for one player, as they re-signed Theo Benedette back to the team. I was a little shocked by this one. I'm not going to lie to you. And I like Benedette. I'm glad that he's on the team. Got a chance to interview him last year. He ended up winning that job out of camp. And it seems like it's going to be his job to win out of camp yet again, right? Like, I would assume there's going to be some level of competition, but Theo Benedette coming back in, somebody who knows the system, knows the offense, knows what he's doing, has a little bit of a leg up. The re-sign of him, though, does it feel more like a vote of confidence that, hey, we're going to give you this spot back and we're going to let you develop here? Or does it feel like we need competition at the position? We're going to go get somebody else, but we at least want to have somebody here who knows the system? Because when I look at this, I like that Theo's back. I love the Canadian Eagle. I think he's a good piece to have on your team, especially for depth. I think it's very telling that you didn't put him out there in that playoff game.
Yeah, for me, I think it's two things, Pat. I think it shows that they maybe want to continue his development and improve off of what they saw when he started the first couple of games that he had to come in for Ozzy, or rather when he had to come in at the very, very beginning for Braxton, I should say. I think that they trust him to at least be serviceable, and I think this is also an indication that they're not bringing Braxton back, because he's going to be a free agent this year. And I believe, based off of our last conversations about the tackles that are valued on the market, I believe he's third on the list behind a few guys, one from the Packers and one from the Giants that we talked about, Imunyori. And so I think that's the reason why they're keeping him around. It's a cheap deal, 1 year, $1 million. It's not hurting you when it comes to you addressing all the other issues you have to do this offseason, which is tackle, because Isaac Trapillo, in dealing with that patellar injury, you don't know when he's coming back next year. And so you have to go into the draft. And from what I'm seeing with all the draft, we talked about it, there's a lot of good guys on the defensive side. There's only a few maybe really, really good tackles that are mentioned in the first round. I know Caden Proctor is one that I've heard of, but I don't think you're going to address tackle in the first round when you have more important needs at defensive tackle and defensive end, and even possibly linebacker or cornerback or safety rather. So I think it's an insurance for them to kind of keep the boat moving in a sense, and keep a guy that's familiar with the system and has already been out there.
I'll be honest with you, and maybe this is the lesser opinion of the masses, the unpopular opinion, if you will.
Oh, unpopular, yeah.
If you go through your draft evaluation and you find a left tackle that you feel is going to be a 10-plus year left tackle, and you feel like he's going to be there at 25, you take him first.
Oh, so you're going tackle no matter what?
No, it has to be somebody that blows you away. It has to be somebody, because here's the thing you can't do. You can't risk Ozzy's going to be back. He's going to be fine. We don't have to worry about it. You don't know that. Yeah. That's living in the unknown. What you do know, if you go through your evaluation and you actually see it, is that we believe that this kid is going to be, whoever that kid is going to be a 10-plus year left tackle in this NFL, and he's going to be dominant. If you find that, you have to take that, because you can find a defensive end anytime. You can find defensive ends. There's defensive ends up and down this draft. There's defensive tackles more so in the first and second round. But, I mean, we also haven't gotten deep into the draft process yet. But, like, if you can find that piece, a left tackle, even in years where you don't need a left tackle, I would take left tackle, because it's the hardest position to find in sports. There are not a lot of good ones. You had a really good one last year.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he tore the patellar or ruptured the patellar, I guess is the better way to say it. And then, you're not going to have him next season. But it is one of those things where it's like, oh, okay. Oh, you taking her? All right. I guess. I guess.
I know. Well, just to add to your point, I feel like Theo Benedict with extra time in the offseason, I think that's their hope is that he's new to this, obviously starting. And so with an offseason of workout and, maybe improving his body and his form, that he gets a little bit more comfortable and more proven and maybe even better. We don't know if that the ceiling was already discovered with Theo Benedict. We don't know. But I do agree that it was kind of telling that he wasn't out there for the last game against the Rams, that they didn't put trust in him. But now you're trusting him and saying, well, we'll develop him. So that's a little, to me, that was backwards. But it is what it is. I feel like you're now seeing, okay, we have to keep somebody here that has been here and done that. And like you've even mentioned before, it's good to kind of deal with the devil you know versus the devil you don't.
Yeah.
Because in the draft, they're still prospects. You don't know what they're going to be at the next level. So if we do go for a tackle in the first or second round that's there, you still don't know their potential. And so you got to have somebody in the building that has at least some experience on this line.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Apparently, I have to play Daddy Daycare real quick. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, you say hi?
Hey, baby Pat.
Say hi to the people. Say hi. You sick of it? All right. We appreciate y'all.
You didn't bring me on early. I don't like it.
You were sleeping, baby. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love as always. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, your boy Pat the designer, back at it again. And the little designer. You got something to say, son?
Little designer.
All right. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bed down. One love. See red. Peace.
It's always the grabbing of stuff.
Yeah, like, give me that.
Like, I don't need to talk. I'm just going to.
Pulling the mic to you. What you got? Yep, pushing it away now.
FGB.
My daughter's first words were Green Bay sucks.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That would be
That's kind of true.
Oh, you're not kidding.